This is something that most people do not think about. It's percolation in perc tests. You'll often see, if you look at land listings, you'll see that a perc test required, perc test completed, perc test needed, what have you. What is a perc test? So perc, short for percolation. What is percolation? It's how quickly or slowly, as the case may be, how quickly or slowly liquid moves through your soil. Why is that important? So if you're building in the middle of nowhere like we are, it's going to be very important to understand how your septic system is going to work. Most people know what a septic system is. It's kind of where your sewage flows, because if you're not connected to the city, your sewage needs to go somewhere from your home, and a septic system is what they use. There's two typical types of septic systems. There's just a regular one, and there's what they call the alternative one. So before we get to those, let's talk about percolation. So percolation and how a perc test works is they will bring out some kind of machine to dig a nice big hole where you plan on putting your septic tank. And in that hole, they'll look at what kind of soil you have, and then they will prep for the test and let it sit. The reason they let it sit is just make sure it's nice and dry and the test is fair before they actually engage in the test. Within a day or two, or a few days, they will bring out someone from the county health department who will oversee the test and make sure it's done properly. And they will test how quickly liquid or a chemical just kind of flows through the soil so that they can determine what kind of septic system you need. So our perc test passed first try. It's not quite like a college test, but it's still fun. Just knowing that it passed, knowing we can do a normal septic system. And it was actually interesting to see, as I've never actually known what a perc test was or actually seen one. So I'm just showing a few pictures here of our perc test. And then from there, they will design a septic system. And two types of septic systems. There's a regular one. This is what a regular one looks like. It's pretty simple. Has a tank. All your sewage flows from the home to your tank. From your tank, it filters it out. The rest of the water leaks out into the leach field and dissipates. The other type of septic system seen here is the alternative septic systems. As you can see, it's a lot bigger, requires more space, and is less cost effective than a normal one. And by that normal one, what you do is it has to filter and then filter and then filter more and more liquid to make sure it's as clean as possible before it seeps into the ground. The last thing you ever want to do, especially in undeveloped areas, is corrupt your groundwater. You're most likely going to have a well, and you want your water that you're drinking to be clean. You don't want your septic system to get any material into your groundwater. That would be completely gross. So it's very important to understand how percolation works and what a perc test is, so that if you ever choose to go this route, you will understand what they're looking for, what needs to be done, and that way you too can follow in this kind of building. It's great. Anyway, if you have any comments, please feel free to comment below, like and subscribe. We appreciate it. And we'll see you all later. Bye.